My other focus today will be on chapter 13 of the Constitution, which deals with finances of the Republic and Treasury. But before I even cross over to that, under the rule of law, resources of the state should not be abused. Like we saw them being abused on the 5th of September in Luthuli House. I posed a question. Those metro police officers that are there, are they serving a political part? In what role at the end? What amount of state resources have been used to defend my headquarters of Luthuli House? It's not right. I cannot be a member that is silent when I see that state resources are being used unfairly, contrary to what the Constitution expects. But also, if we are this complacent, if South Africans, ordinary South Africans, men and women in the streets, including educated and uneducated, black and white, young and old, if we remain silent when a militia, a youth militia, we call them children's army, is raised, and we see that on our television screens, wearing military fatigue, carrying armory, and being called veterans. We can't be silent. South Africa should not be silent. Men and women of conscience should not be silent. Men and women of conscience inside the ruling party and outside the ruling party. It's the future of your country that you are playing with. It's the future of your children that you are playing with. I have 2 biological children and 1 immediate biological, who is my sister's one. I've adopted children all over the world, including in Asia. But it is my obligation. I cannot give the children I've adopted in Asia hope when in my country things are falling apart. The future of my children I'm not securing. Tomorrow we will not be there. Our country is being splintered into pieces. I'm moving now to the sacrosancy of the Treasury. That we've had a Minister of Finance, the first one that we inherited from, that was before the Constitution, who had powers that we all respected to keep the finances of the Republic as the finances of the Republic for the total good of all people of South Africa, not as a purse for private people and private families that are connected to private people occupying our offices that are public. Once you lose the national broadcaster, as we had done, which is no longer a national broadcaster, and once you lose the Treasury, those are the key things. And once you have free access in and out of the country through the national key points, you no longer have a country. You no longer have a country. You have a geographic situation that you are occupying. You are occupying it unconsciously. You are carried by the wind every day. You see the sun rise and set every day. You don't care because you still have food today on the table. You still drive a car today. But tomorrow you will not have food. You will not have a car because, as Pravin Gordhan continues to say, the political climate in this country is continuously and increasingly at an exponential rate, deteriorating and eating up on the economic wellness of this country. And who will suffer? It will be the people. It might be that those of us that are middle class and upper middle class, we will suffer much later than the ordinary people in the street. But in the end, we are all going to suffer. Yes, it might be an option for others, for their children to immigrate to Australia. But how sad that is that you have to leave your motherland to go to another country to live a life that you have studied for, you work hard to live.